Hello, class, and welcome to Informatics in Healthcare. I am your instructor. My name is Diane Lebanowski, and I met you in the welcome message. I have taught for Aspen for about 8 months now. I've been in nursing education for quite a while. I have a master's certification in online teaching, and I do have a passion for teaching nursing students. I'd like to spend a little bit of time introducing you to this course, giving you a few heads up about what I expect, and going through the LMS or the shell that has all your information in. So this is where you find the information. It's very important in these classes to, when you are doing a class, to click on the news items, and that is the first page here. So I do have, like I said, the welcome message on this page, which is now gotten put down here. There is a information on an APA Basics workshop that's coming up March 23rd. Also on the welcome page is my late policy. And just so you're aware, I would accept late papers. I don't like it to be a habit, but I understand that you are all very busy. However, you really do need to email me ahead of time. Let me know that something unexpected happened and that you will, an estimated time when you will get that paper in before the week is over. And I will not take off 10%. If you do not email me and I get to the grading, I usually grade Tuesday morning, and see there's nothing there, you will receive a 0, and I will put in no email received and no assignment submitted. I will allow you to do this, however, if it's an habitually occurring something that happens all the time, I may consider taking off 10%. So I do understand things do come up. It's always important to stay on top of getting your work done so that you can get the feedback, make the changes for the next assignments. But if something comes up, please let me know. There are additional assignments in this class. So you have discussion for 20, a paper for 60, and additional assignments which are 20 points apiece. They're made up of a PowerPoint, a journal article review, and usually a website review, or a third option. Sometimes it's a extra discussion question. What you need to know is that if you do the math with the 3 options, you have to do one of them more than once. So you may pick one of them to do a 4th time. They are not optional. They are required. If you do not hand them in, you will lose 20 points. Plagiarism. Aspen's policy basically is 20% or below. I do stick with that policy on papers. If you are turning in a paper, I would like to see it 20% or below. You may check the Turnitin score before you hand it in. You were taught that in your student orientation, and you can do it at the drop-down box arrow. So please review that. If the score comes in between 20 and 30, I will run it through filters and see if it comes down. Anything over 30, I will return to you and ask you to resubmit it, either by rephrasing, paraphrasing, or looking at your quotes. If you have habitually high scores, unfortunately, we are asked to report that to the registrar's office. I really don't want to do that, so please stay on top of that so that those scores remain low. All right, so this is the news page. And here I just told you about grading your first papers. And so if you look at this in the discussion threads, the first week I usually give everybody full points for both assignments. I have a few exceptions to that, and that should be in your feedback. What I want to see in the discussion threads is your initial post with the citation in the text of the post, and then the reference, which is done in APA format at the bottom. You need to reply to 2 people during the week, and you need to use netiquette. Part of netiquette is addressing people by their first name, such as hello, Diane. You can sign your name at the end of the post. That's kind of nice too, but really you do need to include hello, or that's great, Diane, or whatever you want to know that you are talking to that person. Please use a single reply for each person you address. And in order to increase critical thinking, it's always a good idea to add a question at the end of your own posts. So what do you think about this? Or something that will initiate the conversation. When it comes to your papers, this week, again, I try not to take off points so that you know what to expect. I do use the blue comments. So some of them have all the information right in the comment. Some of them you need to open up. An example is at this stage of your nursing education, you probably should be using titles. So you'd want to have at least the first level title and the second level. And I do have a table. So if I see you're not using titles, I might put a table that says level headings or something like that. Click on that so that gives you some direction as what to do. Again, in this news item here, I did tell you that I will not accept papers over 30. When it comes to PowerPoints, those can get tricky. Please make sure you're referencing your sources, but sometimes if you are using a picture or a graphic, that can raise that score. So I don't apply that same rule to PowerPoints. However, if it's over 50 to 60%, I'm going to return that. So the next part of this class is the content. So this is your class here. As you see, I have quite a few classes. In the content are your modules. Each module, this is module 4, is made up of the discussion question, which we talked about. You may answer either one. As I talked about, discussed, here is your assignment upload, and here are your additional assignments. So you can see in the additional assignments that you have these 3 options. So that basically is what that looks like. If you have any questions, you may reach me by email. I try to answer my emails within 24 hours. If over the weekend it might be 48, I do try to start grading on Tuesday, not always, but as a rule, if I can, I like to get going early in the week. I try to mix up because as you can see, I have several classes, so I might start one class on Tuesday and end with the 4th class by Friday, but then I try to mix it up and the next week start with that class so people get, I'm not always doing the same class at the end of the week. So welcome to this class. If you have any questions, please let me know. I welcome your thoughts, comments, and I wish you well in your nursing educational journey.